Positivity, without a doubt, is one of the keys to a successful journey, both in gaming and in life. Positivity will help you push through the hard times, will help you navigate through all the emotions that come with the journeys, and will help you stay optimistic, obviously, which is something that you will need throughout your journey. What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Today I want to talk about positivity. I want to talk about this because I just changed my workout routine. I have to wake up at 5 in the morning. I don't typically, so technically I'm sacrificing a little bit of sleep. I don't condone that, but right now I know it's only very temporary. But for me to be able to work out, because I just got a new job, personal training at Planet Fitness. Thank you. That's the second job because I also work at a kids academy at a different club. I have to wake up at 5 and get there by 5:30 so that I can actually work out, because I won't have time during the week now, right? And obviously I can do weekends and whatnot, but so I have to wake up earlier. So I switched my routine. I saw a gentleman in the club this morning and we were having a conversation. I saw him like maybe 2 years ago. He's an early riser. He's always been. And I was talking to him about how I have a newborn. I had to change my routine because of the newborn and, of course, the new job. And I was like, that's okay. Life happens, right? You got to change stuff, adapt. And he was like, wow, you're very positive. I was like, yeah, positive outlook is, so negativity really doesn't get you very far, right? It's going to hold you back in any journey in life, be it work, gaming, wellness, nutrition, fitness, whatever it may be. And then as he was talking to me, this is why positivity is so important. When he was talking to me, he told me he lost 2 months, the past couple of months, because the last 2 months, up until about a week ago, I think he said, because he was really heavy into his fitness routine. He tweaked something and had sciatic. I forget exactly what he explained, but he had some sciatic pain and it was unbearable. He wasn't able to, he had to go into recovery. So he went to a little bit of rehab to work through that. And he said it took 2 months to recover, but he finally did. And he was very positive about it. He said he was very, right before that, he said he was the most fit he was in many, many years. He's an older gentleman. And then he tells me he lost his 2 months, but now he's back. And he said, he was like, I'm back now. I was able to work through it. I'm grateful that I was able to work through it. Gratitude was a topic for another day, but also very important. And I was talking to him, I was like, you are just as positive as I am. Your positivity has absolutely, I said, look at you like made it through it. Some people would have looked at that, and this is the difference. Some people, and sometimes it's easier said than done. Sometimes people just get into that mindset, especially if they're already in a rut, some sort of emotional rut. Some people would have looked at that and been like, I had a sciatic pain, or whatever. I pulled a muscle, I got injured, however it was, because he did get injured at the gym is what he said. And would use that as a very significant setback and would be hesitant to get back into the gym, would be hesitant to do the movements that they did before. Now, injury can be prevented. Obviously, like maybe there was something that was wrong with form, okay? So you can ask questions and people will give you information for free on how to fix form and stuff. Or you can get a personal trainer. I highly recommend that. But some people would have used that as a significant setback. Some people would not have worked through it because, it takes work to get back to there. Especially if you're in a rut, it's hard to push through a harder time, right? But if you remain positive and you're like, there are going to be setbacks no matter what. There's going to be setbacks in life. It happens, but I will make it through it. Like, think about your life. You've probably made it through some significant setbacks before, be it in education, in work, and just in life in general. Maybe you had some rough breakups in life, right? And you probably made it through that. I'm sure you did. Maybe you have made it through, loss of job, whatever. Maybe a loss of a pet, right? Tough times. You've made it through. You can make it through these tough times too. You just have to try. And I know, again, easier said than done, try to remain positive. And instead of focusing on the negatives, there's always going to be negatives. And I'm not saying eliminate the negatives. I'm not saying don't like look at negatives at all. Like, obviously, like, oh, I can't go to the gym. You could think about that, but it's also like I'm recovering to be able to get back to the gym. If you just change it, like that has the positive and the negative, but focuses on the positive. If it's just phrasing it differently, is going to kind of push your mental state into a better position. It's going to kind of psych your mind out instead of being negative. And it's not really psyching your mind out. It's actually convincing your mind that that's the actual truth, because the mind is designed to take the path of least resistance. And quite frankly, the human mind also is a negative bias, so it's always going to go negativity first. Unfortunately, that's kind of how we're wired. And then, that's why you got to practice positivity, and then gratitude, everything else. So practice positivity. If you have anything to add, let me know in the comments. Love to get the conversation started. Hit that like button, helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this. And I hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, dreamers.